Hello, gamers. We're gonna be playing Detroit Become Human today. Short stream today. Very short stream. Hi, Beans. Oh my. I. My brain is a little dead right now, but hi, Beans. How are you? I was about to say your full username, Can of Beans, and then as I was typing shout out, I just held on to the S key for some reason. So it definitely wasn't gonna work. Okay, have fun with Valorant. Um, I played Valorant for the second time 2 days ago. It was like my third and fourth game. And those two games were the first times I got kills. I was still negative, but I finally got kills. I think the last game I went was like 6 and 14, so you know, I'm a pro gamer girl. It was better than the first time I played, which was like 0 and 15. So, yeah. I hope you have fun with your games and thanks for the lurk.
Great.
I just want to make sure it's working.
Would you consider having a relationship with an android that looks like a human?
No question mark?
Do you think that technology could become a threat to mankind?
I do that after playing for after 2 years. Well, I mean, you can still technically be very bad after 2 years. I'm glad you're a pro gamer girl. Think that technology could become a threat to mankind? Sure.
If you had to live on a deserted island and could only bring one object, what would it be?
What are these choices? I'd, I'd, none of these? Sure, a console.
Do you consider yourself dependent on technology?
I mean, aren't we all?
What technology do you most anticipate?
Brain connected devices, space tourism? Maybe flying cars?
Do you believe in God?
I believe in a force like God.
Would you let an android take care of your children?
Sure, why not?
How much time per day would you say you spend on an electronic device?
More.
If you needed emergency surgery, would you agree to be operated on by a machine?
Sure.
Do you think one day machines could develop consciousness?
I don't think so. 16% said no. Wow, I'm part of the 16%. Cool. Part of the majority there. I'm part of the minority for console. Part of the majority for that one. Wow. The minority for that one too. Hi, Levi. How are you doing? Dead Space 3. I'm the few 29% that kind of believes in God. Interesting. Part of the majority there. Part of the majority there. Still part of the majority. Minority again. Interesting. I'm doing okay.
I haven't seen you for a while. It's good to have you back.
I feel like I should be asleep right now because, I have my first overnight shift tonight. Yesterday was kind of a bad mental health day, but right now, so far, I'm doing okay. I filed my taxes. I'll be getting a decent chunk back, so happy about that. I'm not quite sure what exactly I'm going to do with it. I think what I'm going to do is save it and then use probably either the majority of it to pay back my debt consolidation loan and then save the rest, or just save it, not quite sure. Work just gave us our W-2s. Nice. Luckily, I only had to really deal with school and my medical thing because of California, so I got those within this month, and so I filled it out. I can't submit my California return yet, though, so I have to wait a little bit, but I'm not going to be getting anything from it, so.
Cyberlife has provided Detroit police with a prototype detective android. Although police assistant androids have been tested for several years now, this would be the first case of an android being authorized to play an active role in criminal investigations. We contacted Cyberlife for comment, but no.
Are you dreading to fill out your taxes, Levi? Go into savings to make up for checks that fall short. That's good. I want to put mine into savings, like all of it, but there's a couple bills that I should pay off. Yeah, look for the graffiti.
They missed.
Bro, I ain't got money. Symbols to find. Oh, it's this one. Not really, I'm just trying to remember if I have any extra paperwork I have to wait for this year. Gotcha. Yeah, tax time sucks. You wish you could get it out all the way, but at least American taxes, they make it so convoluted. Runaway machine causes panic in Camden. With miles of unspoiled nature, Canada is the true land of the free. President warned to make state visit to United Kingdom. Residents in the Detroit suburb of Camden were witness to a thrilling chase today after a police manhunt, including roadblocks and dozens of police interviews, flushed out a felony fugitive. But this is a fugitive with a difference. The suspect is an android. This is Kara! The Rogue AX400 model is thought to be suffering from an extremely rare malfunction and took extreme measures to avoid police, even dashing across a busy highway to avoid pursuing officers. Eyewitness statements are inconclusive, and with no official report, it's impossible to say for sure what really happened. The local news correspondents are looking into the case at this very moment. No CyberLife spokesperson was available for comment, and the speculation looks set to continue. Ooh, okay. Is it EO, IO, low? I don't know. Android astronauts to explore, I guess, IO. NASA sends Android crew into space. Hackers target solar panels for latest ransom scam. Interesting. Can hack solar panels? NASA announced the launch of a 5 Android crew to explore Io, one of Jupiter's satellites. The journey will last 3 years and is expected to teach us much about the formation of our solar system. Though not the first androids in space, this is the first all-machine crew, proving that androids are sufficiently reliable to be entrusted with the entire mission. Martini! Hi! Levi is here as well. How are you doing? I am alive right now. I'm in this weird space of tired, but not really. Androids are an extraordinary asset for the conquest of space, said Michael Shelley, director of NASA. Cosmic radiation destroys human DNA. Humans suffer many effects from long-term space travel, while androids are immune to most of these issues. NASA confirmed no return journey was planned, and that the androids would work on Io for several months before being destroyed by the extreme conditions of the planet. Bro, what the fuck? Kind of fucked up. I lurk while paying for surprise tires. I guess that's what happens when you're a mechanic. Gotta watch out for surprise tires hitting you. I'm sorry if that made anyone's ears go crazy. Woo! Oh, Android only area. Interesting. Starting a design prompt for a job, it's only 2 days a week. And with all I have on my plate, I'll take it. Oh, wow. That's exciting.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
The fuck? I'm glad you got a design job. So, do you mean like it's like for the next how many weeks, every 2 days? Like, let's say for the next 10 weeks, every 2 days you'll be working for that company? That's pretty cool. Oh, just an interview? Hey, you know, it takes an interview to, get your foot in, so I'm glad that you at least have the opportunity.
Do you know where Jericho is?
Needed tires on my truck? Oh. Okay. Oh. Are you replacing all 4 tires? Dude, that's expensive. I'm sorry to hear that. Getting rid of me?
Grandma says it leaves her with nothing to do, sweetie. But she's so cool. I know.
What? Where's the other one? Am I missing it? Wait, oh. I did miss it. There we go. I can only afford 2 today. Ooh. So you can You can only afford 2, but do you have to get like all 4 replaced? That's a bummer. Tires can be so expensive if you get at least the good tires. And then I know once I move to Utah, I have to buy snow tires and all that shit. And probably change those every 6 months.
Hi.
Hi! It's 2 days out of the work week, but the pay is more than I expected, so crossing my fingers. Also, that delicious experience, yeah. That's what I'm hoping for sometime soon. Oh. Sorry for crossing. I'm hoping to get, some experience soon. I've been applying to a lot of desk jobs. Haven't heard back from a desk job yet, though. Also, that's great. I'm glad that, you're getting extra money, getting that pay plus experience. It's better than doing it for free, that's for sure. It's only $270 for my 2 tires with my employee costs and doing the work myself. Hey, I mean, at least you get a discount for doing it at work. I mean, it's still $270 is, $270 if you don't have more than 300. It's kind of fucked. Where am I going? I don't even remember how much I paid for my last set of tires, but I probably got tires too expensive for my car, but I know that I purposely got some pretty expensive tires because the roads are really bad in Fresno, and like everyone's always starting and stopping their car. So I thought if I got more expensive tires, like maybe nothing crazy would happen and I won't lose traction or whatever, but that's probably not how it works. I probably fucked myself, but it's fine. It's an obstructed symbol. So why do I specifically have to move it? Especially when it's a surprise 270, exactly. Surprise expenses, oh boy. I feel like I have like a mental breakdown every time when I have a surprise expense. I don't like it either. We need more surprise art installation from pothole artists. Oh, damn, you talked to Ted. Yeah, we definitely need more people to cover up potholes. I feel like some roads are so bad where I live that it's basically driving on gravel. I don't like it. Am I missing something? I'm trying to look for a square. What the fuck? Am I just blind? Oh yeah, okay, the other symbol is hidden. There we go. I think it's in San Francisco or New York, but there's an artist that fills potholes with mosaic art. Kind of bands. Is it Bansky-esque? Uh, I have to execute it? Okay. Banksy. Okay, Banksy. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce stuff. That's awesome. I remember when Domino's had that campaign where they were like, yeah, we'll fill your potholes. And it's like, you know, we live in a shit society when we have to pay, like, when a corporation is more willing to fill potholes than the government. Shit's fucked up. Where's the other... Am I blind? Wait, what? I didn't even see the last one. Probably cheaper than covering delivery driver tires. The yikes moment. Let's maybe try this one. Okay. Can't do that. Okay, what about this one? What about this way? Would be too high. Okay. Okay, I guess that's the route we're taking. They had some accountant chained to a desk somewhere that did the math. What, you mean like... Someone did the math of how costly it would be to, like, fill potholes versus, like, changing tires on cars? Kind of psycho does that math. I mean, good for that person, but I would not be able to do that type of math. Can I talk to that dude? Aw. Poor android. Why can't I go? That sounds 100% plausible. Corporate money problems. I'm just... Life just makes me mad. Tired of... Like, I have to pay my freaking DMV shit soon. So, like, whatever, was it the license? I have to pay the license, then I have to pay the fee to transfer the title from my dad. It was gonna be like $200 and something. Then I have a prepaid cell phone plan, so I should probably purchase the plan for the rest of the year with my tax return money, and then I should pay the rest on my fucking debt consolidation loan. Hey, Nelson. I actually didn't hear the blurb. I hope the blurb is working. Hi. Jump. S. Okay. For some reason I can't hear the blurbs, but hey Nelson, how are you doing? Sorry for not being very, like, upbeat right now. Trying to type out your name. Okay, on my phone. Reach the boat? Okay, we're reaching the boat. Like, I'm very happy for the amount I'm getting with my tax return, but it's not enough to solve all my problems, let's just put it that way. Are we just... We're just gonna do a nosedive into the boat? Is this what's happening? Jesus Christ, I guess we are. How are you doing, by the way, Nelson? Do I... Okay. Shift. Turn. I have a terrible understanding of that. Debt makes my blood curdle. Yeah. With student loans, I have mostly federal, but one private one that I now sort of regret getting, but it is what it is. I think with that alone, I have like $75K in student loan debt. And then my debt's a consolidation loan, which if everything goes good and I can get a job that I can pay it off, which I haven't been able to make payments on, I should be able to pay it off hopefully by the end of this year, which is a couple thousand. And then I have one credit card which I have on-time payments, but it's still kind of like maxed out. So altogether it's like 80,000 in debt. I don't like having debt like this. Does not feel good. About to shovel for the 4th time today? Like shovel snow? God damn. How much is it snowing in Canada right now? That's a lot. I would just give up and just shovel the next day. At least we don't have debtors' prisons, though, right? Oh boy. Oh boy. That's the biggest thing that was kind of scary about my debt consolidation loan, because before then I had like $10,000 in credit card debt, and about 7K of it was kind of a manic depressive. Can't remember if it was full blown mania or if it was like a mixed episode, but I ended up spending 7K when I was in a bad mental health state with a credit card on video game. Oh my lord. Okay. On 7K, like on video game stuff. And the shitty thing was that my credit card had a max of actually like 3,500, but for some reason they allowed you to double it. So I ended up getting 7K, and then with all the other credit cards I had to make ends meet, I ended up going like 10K in debt, and then I had to get this debt consolidation loan. And at one point I had debt collectors trying to come after me, and one of the card companies tried suing me and shit. But now I'm trying to get it under control, but it's hard when you are constantly in between jobs, going to school, shit like that. Well, I was manic. I think I was actually maybe in a mixed episode where I had both mania and depression. But I essentially spent $7,000 on League of Legends loot boxes, which is really fucking stupid. I get that, but it's probably one of the many regrets I have. And also, like, just how predatory credit cards are that allow you to, like, go double over your maximum spending limit. It's just fucked up. And so basically nowadays I only have like one credit card. And then they raised the limit on the credit card recently, and I didn't ask them to raise it. I mean, them raising the credit card limit did help me, but once I pay it off, I want it back to a lower amount, because I don't want to be manic and then spend fucking shit ton of money on accident again when I'm not in the right state of mind. Shit's fucked up. I guess we missed a couple of things. Interesting. I ain't gonna give you shit about choices made in rough times, though. Now I'm scared about my increased credit. I mean, don't let my bad story make you scared or influence your choices, because, like, for example, you have your wife, you have someone that you can actively talk to when you're in a bad mental state or whatever, and you guys hopefully work together to just help make, like, financial choices, right? I didn't have that at the time. Like, I was kind of on my own, and this was when I was also living in a really, really bad, like, living situation and all this kind of stuff. So it's like, don't let all my baggage and bad experience. Like, yeah, you could maybe use it to kind of learn from it, but like, you're not me. So you probably won't have a manic episode where you're gonna fucking spend almost like $7,000 on video game shit. You know what I mean? They're super predatory, exactly. Credit is wild ass voodoo. Oh my god. Yeah. Honestly, credit scores are fucking crazy. They don't make any goddamn sense. Like, I checked mine recently and it went down like 20 points. And that's just because I was like... Well, part of it was because of my student loans. It was added to my credit history, so that bumped it down because age of credit and how many accounts contributes to that. But also because my credit card is maxed out. They're like, okay, we're going to bump you down 20 points. It's like, what do you mean? I thought you want me to have a credit card and use it. What the fuck? I don't understand. It is fucking wild ass voodoo. The only place that gave me that much credit is a tool truck, and $7,000 ain't much on the Snap-on truck. Oh my god. Well, yeah, so on my current, the only credit card I have is a 1,500 limit. Before is a 500 limit. And I really like the 500 limit because, like, that was just basically bare bone emergency shit. And I could easily pay it off. But, like, I don't know, it makes me nervous having like a high credit limit again. They went after my mom for shit she never signed or knew about after my dad died. What? Was absolute... Wait, is that even legal? That they can go after debt after they died? Like someone dies? 'Cause I know they can't do that for like student loans. I know for a fact it's illegal for student loans, so fuck that if that was the case, but that doesn't sound right. Like, let's say both of your parents die, then as a kid you inherit their debt. It's like, come on, bro. Like, their choices wasn't my fault. Like, legal dudes snap on toolbox like $25,000, not a joke. What the fuck? Sounds straight up fucked. Yeah. Take the shared property and form of the lien, the sins of the father and all that. My god. I'm so sorry that happened to you, Martini. Like, what the actual fuck? Oh my god. I am very fortunate that aside from my parents' mortgages and like a couple credit cards that they have, like, they basically have no more, well, and maybe like a couple car payments, but they make enough money and they have like insurance policies and shit like that. And I'm pretty sure with all the stuff that they own, that if that was like my fault, or like if their debt was passed on to me, I think they'll have enough stuff to where like I wouldn't have to pay anything out of pocket. But holy shit, I can't imagine that being like my problem. Especially now, like, if I got more debt from my parents right now, like, because they died, like, I wouldn't know what to do with my life in this very moment. And is currently happening? Oh my god. That is really fucked. I'm so sorry. I need to get a drink real quick. I'll be right back, but holy fuck, that's fucked up. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm back. I had the phlegm in the throat situation. Ooh, they literally didn't share a bank account for over 15 years too? Wow. And didn't fall together? Wait. Oh, but they went after your mom. That's crazy. That is wild. Like, were they like legally married? Or were they like divorced? I feel like if you're divorced, it shouldn't be your issue. Right? Because you should be able to say deuces. Fuck that shit. I'm out. Like, what? That's crazy. It would come from selling property of theirs if you inherited. Yeah, so the lucky part of my situation, and I know I'm very fortunate if my parents die within the next, like, couple of years, which I hate to talk about it like this, but I'm just trying to be practical and factual. If they did die, they're almost done paying off a rental house property here in California after they moved to Utah. And the only reason why they've had it up for rent is because in the city they really struggle to sell houses because it's near a military base, and so people come and go from that place all the time, so they totally, like, most people don't own shit over there. So, like, I could probably undersell that property and, like, whatever, and then use that to pay off any other fucking expenses that they had. And then hopefully their current house that they own and shit, like, I would either be able to sell it for X, Y, and Z. Hopefully that was either the same price or close to the same price that they bought it for. That would be like the best case scenario. Totally married, just one was humble. Oh, okay. I just, my parents always shared finances to some extent, so it's kind of interesting to hear about families that don't, that, like, keep everything separate. That's interesting. That is a different family dynamic than what I'm used to. A part of me thinks that I might do that when I'm older, and if I ever get married, which I don't know if I'll ever get married. He's hostile. He fucking hates me. But hopefully, that would happen for me. And we can figure shit out. The chicken feed.
Last shit hot tip you gave me, I sent me back a week's wages, baby.
Come on, this is
different. It's 100%
They didn't meet until their 30s, and I wasn't born until they were in their 40s, so overly independent, maybe.
Alright, I'm in. Damn straight.
My parents,
Hey, won't regret this.
I think my mom got married in her late 20s, or maybe it was her 30s, but definitely at least in her late 20s. And she had us in her 30s, but
Look, you don't have to follow me
wow.
around like a poodle.
You were late, baby. You were late, baby.
I'm sorry for my
That's crazy. I thought I was born late.
I didn't mean to be unpleasant. Oh, wow. You've even got a brown-nosing apology program.
Brown-nosing apology program? My mom was 17. Bro.
There you go.
We got a person who... We have 2 people in this chat who were born by hella old people, and then 1 person that was born by a hella young person. Ain't that crazy how life works? Extra large soda. That's how we do it in America. Wait, what was that? Hamburger. $1988. A millennial. Resisting arrest, breach of hygiene regulations? Oof. Why can I analyze Hank? Is there anything else I can get from this? Woo. 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 Okay, I'm done. I was supposed to be a ferret, but alas, I was a wee baby.
Not a chance. Follows me everywhere.
Fun fact about my parents and their dynamic. My mom wanted 2 boys and 2 girls. Luckily, I was the youngest and she got her girl. But, taking care of my dad and taking care of my 2 brothers really wore out my mom. And one of my brothers has autism and an intellectual disability.
This Pedro
So she was like,
posing
I'm done. 3 kids.
and you made it back.
It's almost like I'm taking caring like 4 or 5 with already like with my dad and my brother's disability.
Your meal contains 1.4 times the recommended daily
So-
intake of calories and twice the cholesterol level. You shouldn't eat that. Everybody's got to die of something.
Everybody's gotta die of something. What the fuck? About Connor, Hank, and Android's deviants.
Maybe I should tell you what we know about deviants. You read my mind. Proceed. We believe that a mutation
Okay.
occurs in the software.
I have 3 half-brothers I never met. Gasp.
In English,
And they're closer to their 60s at this point?
they just get overwhelmed.
I have a nephew my age out there somewhere. Bro! That is crazy. And I feel weird having a brother that's 6 years older, but having one that's like 30 years older? Or like 20 years older? Oh my god.
Can I ask you a personal question, Lieutenant?
That
Why do
is...
you hate androids so much?
I don't even know what to say to that, Martini.
Is there anything you'd like to know about me?
Hell
Hell no.
no. Why do they make you look so goofy and give you that weird voice?
Cyberlife androids are designed to work harmoniously with humans.
What's the only weird thing about me is that I'm the youngest in my family and the youngest
Well, they fucked up.
on my dad's side, like out of cousins.
You ever dealt with deviants before?
And the second youngest on my mom's side, with one cousin being 1 year younger than me.
A few months back, a deviant
And
struck
I think my oldest cousin is
I managed
in her 40s, I believe.
I guess you've done all
So it's a little weird,
about me.
but
I know you graduated top of your class.
it's
You made a name for yourself in several
it's not the weirdest, I guess, but I guess when I was younger, I had a harder time relating to my older cousins.
recent years, and
Because, like, they're like 20s and their 30s, and then I'm like a teenager.
So
You know?
what's the conclusion?
I'm like 12 to 14 older than my youngest brother. What?
I think working with an officer with
Oh my gosh. I've met a couple people who are like 10 plus years older than their brother, like their siblings, and it's what is that?
report of a suspected deviant. It's a few blocks away.
No, Google Assistant, I don't want to talk to you.
I'll let you finish your room.
That is, yeah, I just, at that point, when your sibling is like 10 plus years, like there's a 10 plus age difference, I don't think they even feel like a sibling at that point.
Run out of batteries or what?
I'm sorry. I was making a report.
Maybe like if you grew up with them in the house and like helped
Plan on staying in the elevator?
take care of them, but even then, it must be like weird. Question the suspect? I don't even know what's
What do we know
happening.
about this guy?
My oldest cousin is in their 50s and my youngest is in her late teens. Oh my god.
Coming from this floor.
That is so crazy. Just,
The neighbor said he saw a man hiding an LED.
it's just so interesting hearing other people's family dynamics
We have to
because,
investigate every time somebody hears a strange noise.
wow. It's just so different from your own and you're just like, what the hell?
You really making a report back there in the elevator?
Pigeon feathers.
Correct.
It's the Catholicism.
Wish I could
Oh boy.
do that.
Yeah, not believing in contraception will do that to you. I watched Match Game with my mom yesterday, and there was a dude who had 16. There was 16 siblings total. Like, I think he said altogether in his family it was 7 boys and 9 girls back in the like 70s, like late 70s or 80s. 16? I've heard of the max being like 7 or 8, but 16? Like what? How do you even support a family with 16 kids? Well, I can walk. I was so shocked by the number 16 that I just didn't do anything. Hello? Are we doing some reading? We're doing some reading. No, yes, I would like to read it. The red ice epidemic. Latest narcotic crisis to ravage Detroit. NATO's Security Council divided over Arctic dispute. UN warns of World War III. Ooh. I'm good, same. Man. Now, like, I mean, because I don't have a family, because I'm not, like, financially like, stable, even having one kid right now just sounds like too much. But yeah, that's just 16 is like, what the fuck? You gotta stop at some point. You gotta think, okay, there's gotta be like something we can do to kind of calm this down a little bit. Okay, the latest narcotic crisis to ravage Detroit. The synthetic stimulant, informally known as red ice, has become the drug of choice for Detroit's growing underclass. Analysts have pointed to Detroit's status as the epicenter of android production, suggesting the drug flourishes and the dissatisfaction caused by androids taking human jobs. Sociologist Dr. Julian Carter has drawn the same link with androids. As CyberLife's androids spread across the country, they would bring red eyes with them. Poor men and women... Excuse me. Excuse me. Desperate to make ends meet, are vulnerable to become users or even dealers. Not only is the popularity of this drug spreading rapidly, but its chemical composition is uniquely dangerous. Therium, the main ingredient in android blue blood, is among the active agents in red ice and has a highly destabilizing effect on hormone production. The National Association for Narcotic Prevention, the NAMP, say the problem is going to get worse. The purity of the ingredients is very low and deteriorating. America's greatest narcotics industry is only likely to grow. Red ice dealers are reported to have an unofficial motto: where the blood is blue, the ice is red, and the money is green. That is a yikes moment. Past the tipping point. Earth's environment officially beyond repair. Bees officially extinct. Global famine to follow. Environmentalists have long warned us about a tipping point, the moment at which global warming reaches a level that is irreversible. Scientists are now saying we have officially passed it. Global rainforests have been reduced by 79% since 2000 and coastal corals by 58%. Polar ice has melted to such an extent that rising sea levels have many states struggling to keep the water out of their coastal towns. With these cooling factors so diminished, there is now too much carbon in the atmosphere for the environment to ever absorb. That's the American dream right there. Red ice, aka meth? I hope not. Jason Reese, head of the Global Environment Agency, said, "This study confirms what many of us have suspected for a long time. But the real calamity is the linked decline of natural resources, from energies to minerals which are almost exhausted and can never be replaced." Many environmentalists have criticized Reese's comments as discouraging people from taking action, but Reese has defied these criticisms. It's important people accept the reality of the situation. The planet will keep getting hotter now. The only question is, how fast? Patriotism intensifies. Oh boy. Yeah, Connor, you don't want to say anything about these markings on the wall? I just took a light read while Hank is just waiting at the door.
What the fuck is this?
Can I go in this room? I can't go in that room.
Jesus, this place stinks.
Yeah. I don't think this person never cleaned up after bird poop.
My man's gone.
Was there nothing in the closet? Okay. Urban farm poster. Okay. Poster corner. Recently moved. Let's remove the poster. Let's take the book. Let's browse.
I need some fresh air.
I don't think you can get fresh air in this apartment.
I don't know. It looks like a notebook, but it's indecipherable.
Wait, I can open the fridge? Open the fridge. Suspect doesn't eat. Ooh. Android. We have an android. Suspect cares for wild animals. I think we could kind of figure that out with all the pigeons. Military jacket.
RT. Probably initials.
Okay.
He put his initials in his jacket? That's something your mom does when you're in first grade.
Okay. Authentic forgery.
Driver's license is fake.
Cool. At least we didn't come for nothing.
Is that how we're gonna... We're gonna put him in for forging a license. RA9.
Any idea what it means?
RA9. Written 2,471 times.
Jesus.
It's the same sign Ortiz's android wrote on the shower wall. Why are they obsessed with this sign?
Looks like mazes or something.
Obsessive compulsive writing. I don't know if that's necessarily considered obsessive compulsive by definition. Like, simply having something that you've written multiple times doesn't necessarily make it obsessive compulsive. Recently disturbed traces of avian fecal matter. Open marker pen, still wet, used recently. Midnight mood. Black. I want to call myself Midnight Mood. Suspect was recently here. Suspect ran to the living room. Wait, what's happening? What? Come on, don't crash on me. Oh my god. Wait for the program respawn. Come on, don't do this to me. What's this error? Your graphics card encountered a problem with Detroit Become Human. What the fuck? Oh my god. When... Okay, we might have to close it. Alright, let's hope if we load into the same spot. Anxiety maybe, but there needs to be a ritual too, right? For obsessive compulsive writing, there can be a ritual. It's not necessarily like that has to be a ritual. It is rooted in anxiety. So for something to be obsessive compulsive, it means that the person feels a need that they have to do something, and if they don't do it, it causes them so much anxiety and stress that until they do that thing, they don't feel calm, or they like they're gonna be constantly anxious and distressed. So it could be everything from like washing your hands to like checking the locks on your doors multiple times, like a specific number of times, to like For example, with the writing thing. So like maybe this person doesn't feel calm until like they write RA9 on every single paper, but it's not necessarily obsessive compulsive if you just find a wall covered in markings. Like, that person could just be marking on the wall for whatever reason, but we don't know if the android is anxious at all. You know? So the fact that we don't know that it's anxious and that we don't know if it needs to do this to, like, relieve stress, then we don't know if it's obsessive compulsive. It looks like it could be obsessive compulsive writing just because they wrote the same thing a million times, but that doesn't indicate the disorder, the obsessive compulsive disorder. Okay. Where were we? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm gonna have to do this all over again?
Jesus, this place stinks.
Oh my god.
Looks like we came for nothing.
Did it save my progress in the journal? We're just gonna skip through it real quick. Because I want to make sure I get my fucking points. The game wouldn't fucking crash. So mad. Alright, calm down, detective. I hyper-focused in early childhood psychology, but it was just for prereqs, but I love psychology. I read family dynamics books way too early on in life. That's funny. I like how you're psychoanalyzing yourself. You're like, it wasn't normal for me to read these psychology books. But, psychology is very interesting. It was one of the few science courses that didn't freaking bore me to death, and that's why I decided to major in it. And because I thought I'd do something with it, and I might become a therapist, but that didn't happen. So did it save me, like, touching the poster? Like, can I just not interact with this poster? Hi, Hank. Honestly, early childhood psychology is also super interesting because, like, adult psychology is completely different than child psychology in terms of, like, behaviors and how children can, like, adapt and overcome situations better than adults can and things like that. My admin at the school I worked at didn't believe in psychology. What? They don't believe in the study of humans and the brain.
Thought I was the last guy in Detroit.
What the fuck?
Driver's license is fake.
I never heard that before. I've heard people say, like, in the past, psychology isn't a real science, but I never heard a person say they just don't believe in it. Like, at all. Like, okay. 7th grade feels too young. Sounds more like voodoo. I guess that's true. Honestly, anything that I can't explain is just more voodoo. Oh, for reading psychology books? Okay, gotcha. Honestly, yeah, that's pretty young because I didn't really get into psychology until I was like a teenager. So I would say, yeah, that was pretty young. A little bit unusual, but I'm glad that you had that interest, you know. Like when I was young, I would read zoology books. I didn't read, like, when I was, like, until, like, the 4th grade, I never read, like, an actual, like, novel or chapter books.
He put his initials in his
I
jacket?
read,
That's something your mom does when you're in first grade.
okay, Hank, hi. I read zoology books. So, like informative zoology books. And then the only reason why I even started reading like novels, like the first novel I read was
471 times. It's the same sign Ortiz's android wrote on the shower
it wasn't The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, but the series, like The Magician's Hat or whatever, like that series. That was the first like novel I actually ever read, and that was because my 4th grade teacher was like complaining to my mom that I wasn't reading stuff in my grade level. Like I was either reading zoology books that were too easy for me, or I was just reading fiction, like the information texts that were in my grade level, but because they weren't novels and they weren't giving me points, like the reading points that schools now do, it was like the teacher got mad because apparently I'm not reading and not learning anything and shit. And yeah, it's kind of fucked up. I don't think I explained it properly, but yeah, I don't know if they still do that for kids nowadays, but I was part of the No Child Left Behind era. And then the No Child Left Behind era, he licked blue blood again, this psychopath. Basically, a big thing was if you read a book and you took a test on it, you got points for it. And my teacher was upset that I only read short books to get the points and that I wasn't reading actual novels, and I guess actual novels get you more points. And so I guess to him I looked like I was failing, and because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to, like reading actual fiction books, I got in trouble. And then ever since then, my love of reading went down. My mom was a psych major and my dad was a sociology major, so their textbooks were easy to get in. Very non-fiction person. Yo, that's cool. That is so cool that your parents were both like science majors. Both of my parents were music majors. And they were both teachers. So I kind of had a little bit of an opposite upbringing in the sense that it wasn't a very scientific household. But that's not really a problem or anything. That's just interesting. Like the thing that I was exposed to the most as a kid was classical music. So, suspect is still here. Ooh. Such a trash program, yeah. Oh my god, this music. Can I go into this bathroom? There's nothing in here. Okay. Except a toilet. Hi, Hank. Already was here. Okay. This apartment isn't very big. It's confusing. Okay, where am I going? What am I doing? Examine? Oh my god. Of course I have to run after it. Space! Hey! Space! Oh, I gotta run. Ah! Wait. Fast, but yeah, let's go risky. Hold on. Balanced. Fast but risky? Shit. Oh, fuck. Ah! Oh, D! Ah! Hold on, I can't read chat. Ah! Where did he go? Oh. Ah! Oh. Where? Up the I just ran into a wall. Oh, up the... What? Up, I... Okay. Ah! Oh, fuck! Sorry, bro. Don't fuck. Sorry! I'm sorry, bro. Up the... Ah! D... Ah! Ah!
Holy shit.
Ah! Oh, fuck. Ah! Sorry! I'm trying to chase after a dude. Deviant. Direct but crowded. Yeah, sure, let's go. Ah! Sorry, dude. Oh my god. What? We're gonna save Hank!
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. We had it. Fuck.
It's my fault. I should have been faster.
You'd have caught it if it weren't for
Oh,
me.
he's warm now. He doesn't hate my guts because I saved his life.
We know what it looks like. We'll find it. Hey, Connor. Nothing.
Okay. Rupert got away. I wonder if Hank would have died if we didn't save him. Did we miss something? Let's see world stats here. We could have just not talked to Hank? Interesting. Okay, well, most people tried to save Hank. That's interesting. Sorry for not reading chat. That was intense. My mom majored in never graduating from high school. That happens. I'm sorry. I mean, well, if your mom had you when you were 17, then that makes sense. And sometimes life just happens and you just don't get your GED, and yeah, that sucks. My dad had over 200 albums of classical music? Bro, that's wild. I don't know how much my dad has, but yeah, like, we either listen to classical music or like 60s, 70s, and 80s pop music. So all the music that I listen to now, like I had to discover, like on my own or through my brother. My dad majored in being a drunk redneck bitch. Well, fuck your father, honestly. He's gonna be a fucking asshole. Like, I don't know. Just fuck that dude. Gonna be a dick. Fuck him. Also, a music-centric house? Yo, that's lit. So basically, aside from the fact that you have siblings like crazy older than me, we had a pretty similar childhood. Like, with both parents that went to college and all about music and shit. That's wild. I'm gonna raid, cause basically in about 10 minutes, I have therapy. And then, I should be, what's it called? How do I exit? Should I just quit? I'll just quit the game. Can I just untab? I don't know what to do. I'll just quit the game, I guess. Can't go to desktop, so I'll just quit it. And then I should, and the key word is should, be getting some, like a nap or taking a break or sleeping, because I have my first shift as a group home overnight caretaker. So I'm hoping tonight will be chill, but luckily there's going to be someone else who's going to like be there and help me out. But I'm still terrified. Still pretty terrified. Thanks. I appreciate it, Levi. And I'm still applying to, well, I was applying to other jobs. I kind of stopped for a little bit because depression has gotten pretty bad, but the good news is, for the most part, I've started feeling okay. Like, I actually have energy to do stuff. I might even do some cleaning later. So, I mean, I still had a pretty bad mental health day yesterday, but it's starting to, I think, be better. Like, anxiety and depression has still been kind of bad, but it looks like it's on the upswing. So, yeah. We're going to be raiding Cotton Katie. So, go say hi, give her a lot of love. She's pretty cool. Thank you to Beans for lurking and chatting in the beginning. Thanks to Levi and Martini for being here. I love you both. I appreciate you guys a lot. And thank you to Nelson for lurking, stopping by, saying hi. And to anyone else who's lurking, who's just being quiet. We like quiet lurkers. We appreciate them. So yeah, say hi to Cotton Katie. Hopefully I'll be streaming again sometime soon. I kind of feel bad for not streaming as much as I could be. But, life is just life. So yeah. See you guys later. Bye-bye.